what's up? Hey, TikTok Live. How are you? So glad to be here with you. I mean that. I really do. Seeing that I had to run earlier because I was in my doctor's appointment and I couldn't hang out with y'all long. So I'm coming back to make it up to you. I have not been able to be here with y'all all day because I had a doctor's appointment. I was wanting to be gone 2 hours. I was gone 5 hours. But we got a lot done, so I'm glad. So here I am. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way. Hi, everybody. Welcome. If you're not here with us live on TikTok, why not? Where you at? What you doing? We miss you. Come join us. Black Women in Grants. Live on TikTok. Hey, Chocolate Lady, how are you? I am waking up from, I think I fell asleep. I can't remember. I was kind of sitting up. That's how you know you're getting old. You just fall asleep sitting up. So here we are. I've had dinner. I'm back from my doctor's appointment and I'm chilling. However, I took an Uber there and got car sick, motion sick, seasick, whatever you want to call it, and I vomited my dinner. So y'all pray for me. Your girl be struggling sometimes. Anyway, hey girl, welcome back. How are you? Y'all say hey in the chat. Let me know you're here. Let me give you a shout out. Talk to me. I love engaging conversations. Let's talk about grants for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business. I'm ready. I talked to y'all about 10 minutes today and had to shut us down because, honey, my nurse walks in and she talks for 15 minutes straight, and I had to tell her today, please just listen to me. Please listen. We was arguing a little bit. I won because, yeah, she loves me. But I'm glad that is over. And they want me to come back next week. Please pray for me. Okay, I'm done with that. We talking about y'all. What is your business? Tell me your business. What do you do in your business? I just got an email back from a grant. I don't know how to feel about it. So y'all want to know what had happened? Y'all got to put like a T emoji or something. I'll share with y'all what happened. Tell y'all my business a little bit. But I think it's for the betterment of us all. So that's good. If you're new here, say hey and welcome. I'm Dr. AJ Austin, that beautiful brown skin lady you see on your screen. That me. I've actually lost 20 pounds, y'all, because I ain't had no appetite in 2 months. So cut like one of my arms off, and that's really me right now. Hey, Zini. How you doing? Or Zini. Welcome. This is Black Women in Grants. Make sure y'all follow this page, okay? Turn your notifications on so you know when we're live, honey. I do be live. I do be doing pop-ups and stuff, too. I'm usually live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also run this phenomenal mentorship called The Grant Game, and we be winning money. We've won $181,000 so far. So I'm excited because some of y'all going to be joining us today. It's over at blackwomeningrants.com. I love this grant game, honey. So, Chocolate Lady knows herself. I mean, she said she wants the tea. So, I got to find my other little baby, but Purtle, so I can tell y'all the tea. Let me read y'all the tea. So, there was this grant last year, right? And I'm in these groups that I'm just, networking and politicking with my girl in New York City. She says she knows this Barbara. Y'all know this song? Gotta get a little rap lyric out. Anyway. So I was politicking and networking in one group, and somebody posted this opportunity for a $50,000 grant. I think it was last year. And so I applied. It was towards the end of the year. And to my surprise / child, I got selected. And what had happened, they chose me to go to round 2 with this grant, right? It was for $50,000. Did I say that? A $50,000 grant opportunity? Okay. So I was selected out of 500 for round one. They picked my application out of 500. So that mean it was good. And then y'all wanna know what happened next? Okay, I'll tell you. Round two, they took 76 of us out of the 500 and they were trying to narrow it down to 10. So I didn't make the cut for 10. However, I did get the option to get feedback on my application. So if you've ever applied for a grant and that's an option to get feedback on your grant application, take it. Look at God. And so I just knew that I would be most grateful. I don't know what I just clicked. I would be most grateful for the feedback, because feedback on any of your applications is only going to make your future applications better. So they promised to give us feedback. That was back in January. Y'all know we almost through with this year, right? So I sent them an email like, excuse me, with my feedback. And I had to email them multiple times. I don't like that. So I don't know if they email me today to be like, hell dang, always begging. Or if this was the time that they originally had scheduled to do feedback. But you know how, like, if somebody be like, hell dang, it feel like, was you supposed to give me more than this? Or you just doing this to shut me up? I can't figure it out. But either way, I'm taking what they're giving me. I ain't gonna ask no questions. They didn't have to do this, but they did. This was me holding their feet to the fire. Right. Like, come on, do what y'all said y'all was gonna do. Y'all want us to do it? Okay. So they sent me feedback on my application that they selected out of 500 to go to round two for $50,000. And they told me, let me see what they said. It was like, well, first of all, this feedback is for our grant. Now, this is a $50,000 grant. So that means that if I apply for a $20,000 grant, this is a $50,000 grant feedback. You feel me? So it ain't going to do nothing but sharpen and enhance and make better. So I hope y'all taking notes, because I want to share with y'all a little bit about what they told me. But can we first share it live? Like, I would love to see 2 more people in here part of the conversation. Share this live with somebody. Tag somebody, be like, girl, Dr. AJ is on, honey. Come in this room. Let's chat. So take a minute, share it live. I would really be grateful. That's your payment for being here, because I charge for my sessions. People pay me to listen to me yap about grants, okay? So you're welcome. Thank you, Yolanda. Okay. So they said that, of course, just to clarify, this is for our standards. We can't speak for everyone else. But one thing they wanted to know really is what I was going to do with a 50K. Even though, to my recollection, in the application, I told them, but it wasn't enough. Really, y'all, I was applying for the grant to see if I can get the grant. I didn't need the money. I wanted it. I was going to give it back to y'all in the form of scholarships. Right. Like, what y'all think I'm going to do? What y'all think I'm going to do with the money? I'm going to use it. Here's how. So, I'm going to tell y'all what I did. I got a little secret weaponry. So, they was like, tell us more about how you're going to use the grant funding. They wanted to know more about my budget. So y'all keep this in mind. They want to know down to, like, if I run a workshop, how many pencils we going to need to buy. Okay, I got you. I could do that, because we use pencils that are $20 each. If we got 10 people there, that's $200 for the pencils, babe. So if y'all want to go there, let's go. I got the receipts. But I didn't know. Now, I'm telling y'all this because when I be asking y'all what y'all gonna use y'all grants for, y'all be like, inventory. Y'all be like, supplies. Y'all be like, stuff. Y'all see how nitty gritty, pinpointy, pun intended, they want you to be? Tell us how many pens you're going to need, how many loose leaf sheets of paper y'all going to use, how many papers out of the stack of printing paper did you use, how many drops of ink, what color. Like, they want the specifics, okay? So they were like, tell us in more detail, because otherwise they consider it a quote unquote discrepancy. You say you could use our 50K, but how exactly down to the penny? So get specific with your budgets. Learn from my feedback. I know I am. Um, and then what else did they tell me? They said they wanted to be more clear. So they got real nosy. I don't know if I like this part of the feedback, but they was like, okay, y'all listening, y'all come closer to the phone. Okay. So child, they gonna tell me. They want to know exactly down to the T how I help y'all find grants, meaning where we find them, how we find them, who told us where they was at. I'm not finna give y'all all my business. So they want to know. They real nosy. So they like, tell us, how do you find this information? How do you know this information? Me telling them that we've won 181,000, which I didn't get a chance to tell them that. We just got our numbers. But this is for Black women, for-profit small business owners. And so if you're looking to turn your RN program experience into your business, Teresa, this would be a great fit. Other than that, child, just go to Google and type that in real quick. Grants for RN program and see it pop up and let me know what they say. So yeah, they was trying to get in our business. Find out how we be knowing about grants. Why we be knowing about grants. Why am I sharing what y'all about? Girl, somebody they need it for data purposes. I bet y'all do. I bet y'all do. Right. And so I was like, okay, so they really want the tea. And then they said, we know what you're doing is important for Black folks, right? Right. Spill it. Girl, I just got this on the way home. I was trying to read. That's probably why I got motion sickness too. Because I was trying to read, sitting in the back seat. Some people say motion sickness is a sense of loss of control. That's not true. Honey, that's stopping and going and stopping and go. Ooh, let me out this car. I was about to throw up in somebody's car, child. So anyway, I was trying to read this. It was a pretty quick email, but then when I had to break it down when I got home, I was like, okay. So they told us, we know your work is important in what you're doing with Black women, right? And then they had said, but tell us more. Convince us why helping Black women find grants for their business is important. At that point, I was like, you know what? Let me close this email. Because how do you do that? How do you convince someone who probably does not look like you on the other side of that table, that check? I'm glad it wasn't an interview, because sometimes grants can interview you. This would have been one where it would have showed on my face, just like your answer, Chocolate Lady. Like it literally would have showed on my. What you mean? Tell you more about why this work. What do you mean? So now I'm wondering, do I need to start all my essays off with, first of all, we Black, and second of all, we Black? Don't ask me no. So, while it was helpful feedback, constructive criticism, etc., I guess, I'm still processing. Our name is Black Women in Grants. We help Black women find grants for their Black woman-owned small bit. Like, it ain't enough that we Black. So this is for Black women, for-profit small business owners. This is the work that we do, helping y'all find grants, helping you apply for grants. And we Black, we women, and we need money for business. We're the largest starters of businesses in the world. What do you mean? What else would you? And so, what I gathered from this, just in my quick time, because I really hadn't thought about it again until now, I was like, okay. She said, I love it. Maybe they gotta read it. Girl. So, here's what I think. I just lost my train of thought. You got me laughing. I really did lose my train of thought. Hold on, they gotta come back to me. She said I gotta read it slow. But I gotta think back through just our approach, because my essays are the bomb.com. Our last lady who used exactly what I teach you guys in the mentorship just won $10,000 a few days ago. I mean, to the T. So, if I'm being selected for $50,000 opportunities, I know my stuff is good. And so, for them to say, tell us more about why, that's like, to me, I don't know, for some reason I'm hearing like, tell us why Black Lives Matter. What do you mean? So, yeah, we're the largest group of entrepreneurs. We don't get funding. I know I tell them all this. I got to go back and read my essay. Because I used my essay for some future classes. As a matter of fact, they built in this opportunity was a chance for me to teach a class based on my essay answers. So I know. So I'm like, were they fishing for stuff just to have something to send? Like, could they really not find nothing? Because it was A plus, but you trying to show how it could have been A plus. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. You just met a CEO in charge. Girl, get in where you fit in, honey, because if it's anything like this and they want data and numbers and being nosy, like, where you get your information from? You know, it's like, dang. So, I share this with you guys because I know I be telling y'all to get specific. They also want numbers, they want statistics, they want, I guess, reasoning behind why you do what you do, why your product or service is so good. It's only gonna make my essays better, I know, which makes what I share with you guys better, which makes your essays and your grant applications better. And so it was just a little insightful into, oh, I know what I was going to say. This is a perfect example of telling them what they want to know without them asking. Because I can guarantee if they ask these questions specifically, all of this would have been in my essay. But a lot of grants are not going to just come out and tell you exactly what they want you to put in your answers. I've only seen a few that does. They'll come with what's known as a rubric, which this one did, and I followed it to the T. And so for them to tell me, there was still some missing information, they need to go back and look at their rubric. Because, honey, I'm a rule follower. I break rules from now and again, but right. So I know I follow this. So let me tell y'all my little secret. Y'all want my little secret? Put secret in the chat, because I said, well, maybe it's me. I don't want to read. Well, I do want to read into whatever they're saying, but I don't want to read too much into it, because that's like taking baggage from one relationship to the next. Like they said, these are our rubrics. For our opportunity, and it was a $50K opportunity. They fly you out to California for 4 days. They pay you $25K up front and then $25 within a few months, whatever. And then you got to teach and all that. I was with it. I'm with like the whole experience plus the check, of course. She said, "All secrets, please, ma'am." So let me tell y'all how I know that I followed their rubric to the T. Let me hurry up and say this, because I know we got some stalkers and scammers on here too. ChatGPT is my best friend when I apply for grants, but you got to know how to use it. And so one thing I teach my clients who pay me thousands of dollars to teach this secret is to use ChatGPT with the rubric, saying, help me to answer this question like they're asking me to answer this question. So I know I followed their rubric to the T. So that's what I'm saying. For them to come back and say some things are missing, I'm like, well, that means there's something missing on your end. Because if I'm looking at it, if a computer, a robot is looking at it, and y'all looking at it, and something missing, you guys are the common denominator, not me and my secret weapon, ChatGPT. So anyway, I teach that in the mentorship. If you want to know exactly how I use ChatGPT to plug this information in, to make sure that all my T's are crowded, my dots are I, they have absolutely no idea that I use AI at all. Because my AI is trained in my voice. Her name is Sage. I let her name herself. I asked her why she chose that name, and she said, because I will be providing you with wisdom and guidance. Sage is a Black woman. She talks out loud to me. I can type it in or I can talk. We have very in-depth conversation. She is a programmed AI for me. She's not just go to ChatGPT, open AI, and start talking. Sage, y'all, you didn't get to meet Sage. We did. I introduced her to our class when we did our video training. She laughed with us, cracked jokes. She knows y'all's names. She knows the intricate details of the work that I do with you guys. So no, they don't know none about no AI on my end. Now, if you try to do it and you're not skilled in AI, then yeah, they gonna know because you're gonna sound like everybody else. But Sage sounds like Dr. AJ Austin because she is. And so she's my second brain. So if me and me is answering I'm gonna go back through me and Sage. Gonna pick this apart to be like, what do you think we missed on this? And Sage gonna have to check her own work. And honey, she don't make mistakes like that. So it's a human error. I trust the robot over a Herman. Because if on the first round, me and Sage answered the questions and I was selected out of 500, the second round, when they were narrowing it down from 76 to 10, come on now. And that thing was thorough, detailed, professional. Okay. I even shared my answers in our 5-figure funding class and used it as an example and got other eyes on it to pick it apart. Tell me what you hear. Tell me what you don't hear. So the fact that my answers are literally being used as examples to help other people win. One of the ladies who was in our 5-figure funding class just won $10,000 because I got to use my example from this grant as a model. Therefore, if you telling me you didn't give me 50K, but one of my students just went and won 10K, come on, what was really missing? Hello? So I'm trying to figure it out, not think too much into it. However, don't play with us. We dangerous, okay? So, what y'all think? Because this is how the game is played. So now we just learned a new rule that earned us a place closer to the top of winning almost 6-figure grants one by one, which I'm perfectly fine, because coming into this, I never imagined that my first grant was 1,000. The latest that I was selected for was 50,000. You know what I'm saying? So I have grown along the way. So this is just something else to add to our arsenal to make sure what they're telling us we're quote unquote missing, which is them actually fishing for information. And other grant check writers have told me that. They're like, wait a minute. So you apply for grants, you win them, and you're teaching Black women how to do it? Like, why? So this is them literally saying, we don't understand why you want to help other Black women do this. It doesn't make sense. Tell us your source. Tell us your reasoning. Help us to get on board. And I'm almost to the point where I'm like, I don't really want to convince you of that. And so, of course, they wrap up their email with like, don't take what we say to mean that your business is not good. I'm like, I know it's a good business. I made 6 figures in the last year. Like, we ain't worried about that. That's why I can't prove what I'm going to do with 50K in grants. I can say some stuff, but we really didn't need it. I was doing it for fun, which is a blessing to be able to say, right? But there are women in our crew who would have loved to have benefited from that 50K because that's exactly what it was going to go back to. And that's what I told them. And so they were trying to, figure out, how is she doing this? How is she helping people, making money from it, winning grants from it, and teaching them how to turn around and do the same thing? Like, how is she doing it? Why is she doing it? I just help us to become a believer. And I'm just like, I don't think I want to. But thank you for the feedback, though. Right? So that's what I hear. And that's the thing. So one thing that I hate that I did not get a chance to share is more of you guys winning, because in January, we were only about 6 months old with y'all. So when I come on here and talk to y'all 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm telling y'all, come join the mentorship, come join the mentorship, come join the mentorship. And y'all like, can you wait to Friday? Can you hold it? Can I really just do it all myself? Can I pay you to do it? Can I? When people do not join the mentorship, it makes it harder for me to prove the work that we're doing works because you ain't got started yet. Or when you join and you don't do all the work yet and you're not winning grants yet, because that's really what they wanted to know. How many people are winning grants? How much have they won? When did they win? What did they win? Why did they win? How did you help them win? Well, she's still on the fence praying about it and letting God lead her to spend $97. So I really can't. So it's nobody's fault. This is just what happens on the back end. Because when I went back to Sage and I plugged it in and I was like, child, they gonna tell me that your answers was wrong. Let's figure this out. What they say we missing. So Sage told me, and I was like, break it down, make it simple so I understand it. And I already understood it, but I wanted to hear her version. And that's what she was basically saying. They want you to make them a believer. And the only way that I can make them a believer is if more of you guys start winning and reporting your winnings. I don't care if you win a $2 Starbucks gift card. I'm going to share that story because when I won my $5 Starbucks gift card, let me tell you what I did. Verizon gave me a $5 gift card for participating in one of their workshops through a program I was in that I got a scholarship to go through, business training and development program. I got up out of my bed, drove to Starbucks, which is not close in my neck of the hood, got me a iced Frappuccino. Was it a Frappuccino? Yep, a Frappe. It was a chocolate chip, Java, something, no whip, whatever. Pulled over in the parking lot, took a picture of me drinking this, shared it in the group, told them how I'm now out of my home office, working out of the coffee shop today, really out of my car, thanks to Verizon, giving me $5 for Starbucks. So now here I am having a more productive work day as a work from home Black woman, for-profit small business owner based in the United States, owning 51% of my business now, got caffeine in my blood and can do my work faster thanks to a $5 gift card. That's how we helping people. Get up out the bed, get out the house, go get you some caffeine, work at the coffee shop, get your work done, take a picture, share it to the group. Now you motivating other group mates to get out and go spend their $5 coffee gift cards. Y'all see what I'm saying? So they like, tell us those types of stories of your clients. So when you win anything as a part of our mentorship, you can win just from following the advice I share on this page. And win. That's what Neek did. Neek won $5,000 during Black History Month from City Trends. I didn't even know City Trends had a grant, but she told me that I sent her the grant. Girl, I just be sharing the information with y'all. She went and won out of 5,200 people. And they didn't get a chance to hear her story because she hadn't won yet. She won in February. This was back in January. They don't know Ashley's story of winning $19,000 this month. They didn't know Deanna Joy's story of winning $76,000 recently. And now she's a $1 million grant semifinalist. So what I am looking forward to is sharing more of our grant winning stories, giving them their quote unquote data and their statistics and their numbers and their tell us why Black Lives Matter and telling y'all story. So that's how I'm letting y'all answer these questions for me and Sage. So if me, y'all, and Sage telling the stories of the work we're doing, how it's working, maybe they'll get a clearer vision for how we're going to spend $50K. Well, let's reimburse some people who have joined us, finished the program, made their money back. Let's pay it forward. Get more people in here to get scholarships to go through the mentorship. Let's host some workshops to educate more people, marketing, outreach, etc. So they do want more in-depth storytelling about the results your clients are getting in your business. And all of this is going to bless us in our future workshops. So that's really why I wanted them to give me feedback so that I can, of course, learn from it, make my grant applications better, but also share this with you who have not started winning yet or getting selected for rounds 1 and 2 and all that, and to see the process from the inside out and to show how even though you didn't apply for this grant, you're still a part of it because you're a part of Black Women in Grants. You're a part of our mentorship program. You're out applying and you're winning. You're winning just by doing the work to learn how this stuff works, especially when we have to read between the lines. So this also, I don't know if the committee behind this, what the races were, etc. But I do know that it shows how Black women have to play ball. Like, we have to really show up to win. No questions answered, no stone left unturned. What Papa Pope say, you got to be twice as good to get half as far. So this did feel a little nitpicky because I know my essays were good because I've used that essay on other grants as well and won since this. And so this is just giving us a chance to polish and get better and shine, show you guys how we're doing it, bring you along with us, and just make it look good. And so what I really, really love, though, like I said, this was a $50K opportunity. We were not in desperate, dire need of this win, thank God. But the fact that the same techniques that I used to get selected for both rounds for this and even get this feedback provided, the same techniques Ashley Rankin used to win her latest grant of $10,000. So my students are getting paid off this model. So I know it works, even with the quote unquote missing information. Now imagine us adding what they say we left out. Y'all ain't got nothing else to nitpick over. And if I apply for this again, filling in the blanks, there will be nothing left to say but where do we send the check? What's your address again? Verify these tax forms. We'll see you in California. Period. So that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I got out of it. What y'all get out of it? So this is for Black women, for-profit, small business owners seeking grants for their Black woman-owned for-profit small business, but not just looking for free money because, honey, as you can see, it does not come easily. But we're learning tactics, six-figure tactics, 50K tactics, plus that we go in with these new strategies. We make our answers better on these applications. This is going to just make me shine better, have way more personality in my video essays and my pitch competitions. We coming to win. So they are helping make us better for the future. This is all a part of our grant game winning strategy, honey. Okay? So that's what I'm sharing with you guys, the techniques to help your application stand out. Because not only did this application stand out, it was selected twice and given feedback to make it even better. So that excites me. What do y'all think? Tell me your takeaway or aha or what you may have gotten out of this. I'm going to look some more into it as I continue to apply for grants and grant-funded opportunities. I can't wait to just sit back and be so proud of my next essay using this information. And at this point, even if I apply for a $500 grant, this is with a $50,000 tactic, babes. So, if you're wondering how to make your essay stand out or your application stand out or how to get selected to win or what's the process, this is part of the process. And so, yes, be specific. Yes, have your numbers ready, but also realize that they're playing a different version of the game. And so this is actually the second conversation that I've had. This is the first one on paper. The other one was on Zoom, honey, and it was all over my face. I had a whole attitude with this man. This man did have a $500 grant, and I was testing the waters because I like to go and apply for these things before I recommend them to you guys. Yolanda says my takeaway is that it's okay to request feedback. Yeah, it was an option on the application. I was like, yes, please. I wanted to make sure they send me feedback, especially if you don't send me that check. Girl, send me something that can get me paid more than $50,000. Thank you, babes. So with the first time, I was on Zoom with the guy offering a $500 grant. And it was the same thing. White man, I'm a Black woman, talking about a Black business ran by a Black woman for Black women. And he wasn't getting it. And what he wasn't getting was same thing. He's asking for information or expecting us to put information that was not on the application. And so I asked him, what was the real reason I didn't win? Because I know my stuff is good. So we sat together and combed through my essay. He was like, I really don't know why you didn't win, basically. So he came up with an excuse why, well, we think your application fell through the cracks and I was moving houses at the time. And, we had a lot going, blah, blah, blah. So he gave me an excuse and all these promises of what he'll do next time and blah, blah, blah. And I told him, I said, well, if you guys are looking for specific answers, don't you think the question should be on the application? Like, how are we supposed to know what goes there if you're not asking us directly? We're answering the question as you put it on there. So he made changes to their process. And the very next time they awarded that $500 grant, a Black woman won. And so I reached out to her because now I want to hear about your experience. Was yours like mine? And so what he didn't know was that I had already compared notes to other people who had applied for that grant because we were playing around to see, do Black women really win this grant? But it took me having a conversation with him. And then I said, oh, by the way, I'm Dr. A.J. Austin of Black Women in Grants. At the time, we had like 50,000 new followers. And his eyes got really big. And he said, why didn't you say that on your application? No, sir. You're not going to play with us in our face. So I came to scope it out. I'm the mole. Let me see how y'all playing the game. And you're not playing it fair. So let me tell you what changes you can make before, the 50K army shows up. And then you got a real problem on your hand. But really, all he seen was dollar signs with us because they charge $20 to get your application in there. So I'm like, you're not finna take all our money and play in our face when you ain't treating one of us right. And so the fact that the very next time that it was awarded, a Black woman won, he was literally taking notes from our conversation. So I'm glad to have had influence in that decision. That's what it's about in these spaces because we're already not being awarded grant funding. I have a multi-millionaire mentor who tells us the story about how she has recently gone to the bank with millions of dollars sitting in her account and still can't get them to give her a loan for her business. So if they're not giving millionaires, Black women millionaire, and she's biracial, so dang, she half white, she half one of y'all. Like, what else do you want from us? If y'all treating her like that, imagine the 50K earners, the 20K earners, those who haven't gotten started yet. We're not getting those loans. So we need non-traditional funding, which are grants and grant-funded opportunities and opportunities to win small business pitch competitions, opportunities to get scholarships to go through business training and development program, and yes, get feedback on our business ideas, our grant applications, our essays. We have the opportunities to help each other win this money, sharing resources, building network and community, holding each other accountable. That's what Black Women in Grants is all about. So the fact that this is real time in action, me taking you through this process with me, attitude and all, sharpening those skills, refining those essay skills and all, we're about to start making bigger breakthroughs in this industry. Why do y'all think that white man fought so hard against those sisters with funding for Black women? We are about to make strides regardless. And so I love being a part of this movement of change makers who we are breaking down doors, we're breaking glass ceilings, and we're showing up. So when you do things like I'm doing, which is get the feedback on your applications, take it into consideration, sharpen your applications and your essays, and then give them no reason to not award you, what can they say? You got to come with it. Because then it's going to turn into prove to me why you did not fund this business. We crossed every T, dotted every I, took your accountability, took your feedback, had feedback from others. We're implementing what you say. We're making the changes. We're improving. Now you have to improve your model for why you award us. Y'all see what I'm saying? This is where my heart lies in this mission. It's not just about finding a quick buck, but it's about opening doors. Or as I heard it put so eloquently, we don't need just a seat at the table. We need a microphone at that seat, and we need another chair to pull up beside us to bring other women with us. That's what it's about. So for me, finding and applying for grants for my Black woman-owned small business and winning those grants, we're setting the example of what's possible for the next generation of entrepreneurs that have been sitting on their ideas and change makers. These are the things that we need to have in our heart as we go and apply for this money and look for this money, and don't expect it to be easy, because it's not. But mentorship is here over at blackwomeningrants.com. Y'all can come join us. We are holding hands together, making these changes together. It's not just me applying for these grants. Ashley Rankin herself, who just won $10,000 a few days ago, has applied to almost $500,000 in grants as well. So it shows that it is a process. We're not expecting favoritism, because we are just as good as the next man applying for this funding. We just want our fair shot, and we want our checks. So when we show up with these great businesses, these great ideas, these great stories as to why we started our business and who we're helping, etc., we deserve to be compensated, because it's a job to find these grants, to apply, to go through all of this, then to make the changes and to show up. We're ready to cash them checks. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready. So I hear it. I see it. I feel it. It's here. It ain't coming. It's here. We've been ready. So now these opportunities are waiting on us. So like I said, with me taking into consideration the feedback that this grant gave, when I apply again, same company, coming back even stronger, having taken this feedback into consideration and implemented the changes they suggested, no excuses on any end, okay? Because after that, oh, it's over. We finding addresses, knocking on doors, making phone calls, sending listen, y'all don't want that. Yolanda said, I'm done too. I'm done sleeping. So what I love, this is really what I share with them, and they're like, why do you want to do this? So one of the things that I know I share on my grant applications is that the money that I win, I gift it back in the form of a scholarship to come train with me. Because to train with me for a year in my mentorship, which is an independent mentorship, is $997 for the year. That's cheap. That's affordable. That's easy to do when you're serious about grants. But because we have won grants and grant funded opportunities, I keep a running scholarship fund. So over at blackwomeningrants.com, you can come train with me for a year, not for $997, but for only $97 for the whole year. It's one payment, full year-long access, and access to our learning portal that has stuff like this: my lessons learned, the secrets that I use to win, the secret techniques that our team of winners are implementing to win their first 5 figures and more. And so these are the grants we're winning. As a matter of fact, everyone who has reported that they won a grant, it's about 8 recently, everyone has won at least several $1,000s. So what is $1,000? 4 figures. Yeah, we're winning 4 and 5 figure grants. So it ain't $5 gift cards only. It ain't just, a handshake and a thank you for applying. This stuff actually works because y'all are learning from my lessons learned. I go through the fire first and then come back and teach y'all what not to do or what to do. Like when they say this, you do this. What First Lady Obama said, when they go high, when they go low, we go high. That's what we doing together, okay? So we're forming our own techniques. So I really do teach you my formula. I even share the 5-figure formula that got me here. From the time I found out about this $50,000 grant to the time I hit submit, to me getting selected twice, to now today me getting feedback 6 months later, I walk you through my day to day, what I do every day. It was a whole 2-week process that I kept up with. And I shared that with you guys over at blackwomeningrants.com. You welcome, girl. Good evening, Miss Tina. How are you? So if you really are done sleeping on your business idea, on getting it funded, it could be a little frustrating, just like with anything we try, right? Something new. But this is what we teach in the mentorship for only $97. And there's Klarna and there's Afterpay. I don't know how that works on your end, but I know they give you payment arrangement options. So check that out over at blackwomeningrants.com, because I wrote a book. The book, the cover that you guys are looking at on the screen, I put even more secrets this round. Since I've applied to that 50K opportunity, etc., I've written this book this year. And I share my secrets with you in the mentorship. Plus, I just interviewed Ashley Rankin, who just won $10,000 a couple days ago. And it ain't even been announced yet, y'all. Fresh off the press, honey, the check is being printed as we speak. And I love that for her. So collectively, she's won 19K. And she's one of our mentees, as well as Deanna Joy, who's won 76,000 and just applied for her first $1 million grant, and she's now been selected as a semi-finalist for that grant. How amazing is that? Most people won't even have the guts to apply for $1 million. If they are being like this for a 50K budget, imagine $1 million. They're like, what you gonna do with $1 million? So I can't wait till she win. I can't wait to hear back and share her story, because I have picked their grant, their brains, their grant brains, because that's all they think about too. But we're all out applying and refining and applying again. And pretty soon it's going to be expected that, while we have the win rate of winning 1 in 10, which is phenomenal because it could be -0, I'm going to start expecting to see more of our Black women in grants on these winning sheets when they announce the winners for these grants that are out here now. Because the grants that we get access to are specifically for Black women, for-profit, small business owners based in the United States. It will be one of us, meaning one of y'all, right here on the live, following the page, in our mentorship, practicing daily, putting these applications out there on behalf of your business and winning, representing what is possible for Black women when we set our mind to learn a new skill, which is grants, getting these essays and video essays refined, and sending in these applications that are put at the top of the pile and being selected for these checks. Because when I say Ashley Rankin's win was so gorgeous, when I went and read what the grant was given to her for, and knowing what her business is and where she's trying to take it, you would think that they literally wrote this grant just to give her this check. I mean, it was a perfect fit. It could not have been a better opportunity for her. And when y'all see her face and know that she is one of our own, honey, you're going to be so proud to know her. Her interview is in the mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com. We just interviewed the other day. And I mean, I picked her brain. I did not let her off the hook. Okay, now what you do with this? And when you did this, what did you do with this? And what you think the other ladies in the mentorship should do? And what about this? And what about this? And then she created a grant tracking sheet for all the grants she's applied to. Some she's won, some she's waiting to hear back from, some she has to follow up with. And she put that in the mentorship as well as just a gift to you guys to help you keep up with the grants you're applying to, follow her steps, apply to the same one she's applied to. Like, it's so beautiful to see a community of Black women coming together to get this shmoney. They don't even know each other. We just want to help each other. And that's the part that they're telling me to explain. I can't explain it, babes. You born with it. You just got to be one of us. The only way you can understand it is to be one of us. You can't explain that in an essay, what it's like to be a Black woman helping another Black woman. That's hard to explain, right? So, yeah. So, y'all can tell I'm excited. If you want to join us, check out blackwomenandgrants.com. Claim one of the scholarships that is available there today for only $97. Yeah, girl, I can't wait. I met one lady who, she was in another program. We both got a scholarship to go through. She had won $1 million in grants. And I was like, I can't wait to tell the ladies about you. I met a $1 million grant winner. And now to know that we got one in our midst that can even get that far in the process of being selected, child. So yes, Lord, let her get it. Y'all join our faith, your faith with hers and not mine. And she gonna represent. Is there one just for being a Black? That is the start of the grants that we win. And what that means is you can go on Google and just search for grants for business, but you're going to get literally millions of results. And so That means that anybody can apply anytime, anywhere. You don't know if it's a scam. You got to go through that whole process of like, should I apply for this, blah, blah, blah. But the grants that we get a 12-month subscription of grants for those of you who join the mentorship. Every month, our link is renewed. And so they renew applications. New applications come out at the top of every month. So like last week, we got a new list. You always have unlimited access to these grants, over $1.2 million worth of funding on this list that you can go read about each opportunity, see if you qualify, see if your business qualifies, and apply, or either get on their wait list for when they open funding rounds back up and you be one of the first to know about these opportunities. But they all start out with, are you black? Or they'll say minority, but are you a woman? And sometimes they'll say, do you identify with a woman? So it's a chance, that you'll have a little bit more competition, but it starts out specifically for being a minority woman in business. As long as you're for profit and own at least 51% of your business, and based in the United States. And then they ask that you at least be 18. I saw one yesterday or the day before, you got to be 21. They were giving $50K away as well. But yeah, that's the basis, just being a black woman. So that's like half the battle right there. That's the start. That cuts out a lot of competition from other races, other genders, cultures, etc. So it's like a pinky toe in the dough. Then it's your opportunity to come in and tell them why your business is so good, why they should give you money for their business, who you help, why you help them, why they should care, etc. So that's what we're talking about. So yeah, most nonprofits don't qualify for the grants that we win. This is specifically for profits. Nonprofits got enough grants out there. They can go win at any time. We trying to get the money that's still left over from COVID. Remember white guilt during COVID? I know I got phone calls and emails as the only black friend some white people had. Like, could you help us explain what's happening? Tell us how to get more black people in our business. And I made them pay me, and I did. So there's still money from that. So that's where some of these grants come from. COVID relief is how they're described. Empowerment grants, professional development grants, leadership grants. They want to help black women. We want to let them help us. And so we are sharpening our skills. We're applying for these opportunities, and we will be winning more of these opportunities. It's only right. Especially those of us in the kingdom. We living right. Yes. Yep. A lot of grants out there. She said that the others have. As a matter of fact, I don't know what grant this was, but I heard from another lady. We did a challenge together to apply to over 6 figures in grants last year. And I got mine done in a month's time. I had applied to over $500,000 in grants. And she discovered a grant where we don't know what loophole existed and how these rules were broken, but 2 men won a grant that was supposed to be for women. So when I say we got to show up and reclaim our time, girl, where they do that at? So yeah, they waiting on us. Yes. Yes. That was not a good look. I don't know how they explained that away. I don't know the name of the grant. I was like, no ma'am. So in order to keep our money in our community, if you will, we got to be out here applying for these grants. And not just willy-nilly, not just random. It needs to match where we are in our business and what we're trying to do. So this feedback session that we had today is only going to make me better with my answers, making sure I'm applying for even better grants, because this is one of the grants that started to help me realize that I needed to be applying for the higher quality grants, not just the ones that come out all the time. You don't really know who winning and how much and when you get paid. Child, I ain't got no time to figure out the details. If you can't tell me the details in the agreement, in the terms and conditions, I'm going to move on and find a more quality grant that I know my business qualified for. Just like this opportunity. This was a perfect opportunity for my business. I know I qualified for it. Who knows the real reason behind why, 10 other people got it. But one thing about me, I know how to track down them 10 other people, reach out, connect, and who knows what partnerships will be birthed off of that. Because I want to hear about their experience. Did they pay y'all? What was your feedback on your application? Let's chat. Let's exchange notes. I make friends very easily. So I'm looking forward to that as well. That's part of my feedback session too. So I'm in the network, which is good enough reason to apply to some of these opportunities because they do include you in their networks and their events and stuff they got in the future. Oh, child, I'm gonna find them, honey. You ain't got to worry. Y'all just wait. And we're gonna have a lot to talk about. Yes, ma'am. I'm looking forward to it. Y'all got any questions before I go? I was just picking up the phone because I was bored in a house bored, trying to get over motion sickness from this bad Uber ride. I think Uber for me is good around the city main roads, but when they have to hit our highways and weave through traffic and stuff, everybody can't drive in Atlanta, child. Literally, it's a style you have to survive Atlanta traffic. That man messed me up, and I just knew I was gonna just projectile vomit in his car. So my stomach is just now settling. TMI, you're welcome. The good news is I got blood work done today and everything looks good. But I'm gonna go back and see my doctor next week for her to tell me that because she think I don't know how to read my own charts, but I do. And so yeah, that's the good news. I'm sitting here reading my lab results, talking to y'all, letting my stomach settle. I probably need to go get a ginger. Ooh, I can go get a Sprite from McDonald's. I think that's what I'm gonna do. It helped my stomach a little bit more. Got one of my cars fixed the other day by this TikTok couple that is mobile here in Atlanta. I'm like, TikTok just be TikTok and bringing us together. They black. I'm like, let's do this. That's how you do it. Okay. So if they felt like a female or identified as, oh, that could have been a loophole, Tina, you might be right. You might be right. Because, like, what proof do you have to give that you identify as a female other than just saying it? And they're like, okay, here's your money. We couldn't find a black woman to give it to. You're welcome. That could have been the loophole, girl. Lord, have mercy. But we need to keep identifying as who we are, too, and go get our checks back, okay? There's the loophole. You are so right. And be like, y'all still identifying? What y'all do with that money? Let us see. Tell us what you did. What's your secret? We want to win too. Yes, girl, you might be on to something. I had not thought of that. That is too funny. Might come to ATL for a convention. Enjoy, girl. It's so much going on in this city. Good luck. Listen, good luck. That's all I got to say. As a resident, as a native, good luck. Every time I leave the house, I be anointing my head with oil, literally. Like, Lord, let me make it back safe. So we can feel me. When we go take that money back, yeah. Use all the masculine energy you need. Muster it up. Most of us don't need to muster up a lot. I know I don't. Be like, okay, tell me I can't have something. You finna watch me get it. So yeah, that could have been the loophole. I agree. Which is really weird. If that's the case, I really think that should have been bigger news and not just, hush hush, swept under the rug, only certain people heard about it. Like, I feel like that's news that should have been spread. you know like, we need more black women to apply for this funding. We couldn't find y'all, so we had to give it to someone who identified as a woman. There's no rules against that in this game we call grants. So hey, that in and of itself is enough to fuel you to go out and find these grants and apply just to be in the running, so they can't say they didn't have enough applications. Okay. Y'all might be right. Y'all got any final questions before I go? I usually hang out about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how good the conversation are. But y'all are chatting with me, so I appreciate that. I am about to go to McDonald's stuff for real. Get a large Sprite, no ice. Last time I had to argue with a girl, I'm not going to go on the ghetto side. She didn't want to fill up my cup all the way. I said, ma'am, I'm paying for a full cup of Sprite. Fill that up. Well, our machine, I'm going to sit right here and run up y'all time until you put some more Sprite in that cup. I ain't even drank it all, but it was the principle. And it ain't $1 no more. Girl, you better put that drink in my cup. So, I'm going to go fight for me some Sprite in this drive-thru. Thank y'all for hanging out and chatting with me. I'm sure I'll get some more aha moments and things I can bring to help us all strengthen these applications. If you're joining us in the mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com, it is first come, first serve on the scholarship spots. And so make sure you make your way there and come join us. I will be back live with y'all. Depending on how I feel, it could be tonight. Well, no, it ain't gonna be tonight. I'm sleeping. But maybe tomorrow. But definitely Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern. Thank you to everybody who shared this live. Even if you're on here stalking and lurking and listening and trying to steal my information, hey girl, I can see everybody that's on here. So, and I appreciate y'all engagers. Those of you who added to the conversation, honey. I sound like a radio voice. That's my goal. Thank you for hanging out with Dr. AJ Austin, late night talking grants for Black women. Y'all have a phenomenal. That's the goal, girl. This is really, I'm on break. I'm usually live on camera. I've been doing that for over a year. But I am super anemic. Had 2 fainting spells, had to get 2 blood transfusions. And child, if y'all wait on me to get up, take a shower, do my hair, get cute, I wouldn't see y'all for a long time because I be asleep. So, me being off screen has really allowed me to rest and recoup. And I should be cleared for camera at some point. But until then, yeah, y'all get this super sexy, silky, saved, sanctified voice. I love it. Yes, ma'am. That's what I got for you. You're welcome. And yes, the same energy is on camera. So thank you for my radio voice compliment. That is exactly what we're going for. I'm finna start talking like I'm from Atlanta in a minute. So, see, we had applied for that grant, right? Y'all don't want that. My goal is for y'all to understand me. So, I'm going to go now. Oh, you had a hysterectomy. Yeah. That wasn't even on the table discussion with my doctor today. I don't know what. Girl, she thinks she my mama. I really had to argue with this lady today. I love her so much. But yeah, I had to fight for my literal rights, advocate for myself today. So I think that may be like the last step. Hopefully it's not even a step. I can't tell you some of the conversations we be having. They be so graphic as far as like health wise. And I love that lady because she knows her stuff. But every time I leave the doctor, I feel like, dang, do I even breathe right? Like, can I get credit for doing something? Show it up. Can I get a pat on the back? So yeah, I am 43. Too young to be going through this, but then I remember I had an aunt who, I think in her 30s, she had a hysterectomy, but she also had 3 kids. I ain't had no kids. I can't see how you magnificent Black mothers could go through something like this and still take care of a family. No, ma'am. I be done forgot the baby somewhere. No, it's just me. So that's our goal in life. It's me, getting me through life, surviving, adulting. This is so ghetto and hard. Where my mama at? She passed away at 47. It would make no difference if she was still here. She would be yelling, go to the doctor, go to the So I'm doing what she would tell me to do anyway. So yeah, I get to go back to the doctor next week, get a referral, get my blood test results read. I have to keep my iron up. 8-year vegan, just went back to meat about 2 weeks ago. Made a major difference in my iron levels and my protein levels. Had an argument about with my doctor today because that was the first thing she walked in. You ate today? You know, that's Black Southern mama talk. What you eat today? Said I had a cheeseburger. She said, that stuff will kill you. So we argued. I said, ma'am, I had to go back to meat because it got iron and protein. She said, you right. You did the right. I know for my life. So, yes. You said save your stuff. Wait a minute. You said save your stuff. You talking about save your reproductive stuffs? That is hilarious. But yeah, she told me about the scraping out thing. Somebody else here on TikTok had mentioned getting scraped out. I was like, what is that? And she said that was a hysterectomy. But today my doctor mentioned something like a DNC or some, I don't know, some initial stuff. And she's like, that's when they scrape you out and you have to go under anesthesia. And listen, I'm too young. I'm really too like innocent to be talking about all that. I don't know this. What is this? This is new. Why y'all didn't tell us what to expect when we hit 40 and stuff, you know? So, is that what? Okay. So I got her notes. She got notes upon notes. We got our lab results today. I got one more set of labs I got to go back for. I got to do a mammogram. And that's the only problem I have with people who quote unquote, I love the world. I love everybody in the world. But if you're going to identify as a woman, just like if you're going, what they say with black people, they want our rhythm but not our blues. If you identify with a woman, take all of this too. Like, take that on too. Take the blues, babes. Because this, like, I wish I could switch it on and off. This is a lot. Don't you think we deserve the funds that are set for us and the opportunities that are for us? Look what we go through just to live, to exist, to survive. Leave us alone. That's all. That's all I got to say. That's all. Okay. Yes, girl. Got to get them squoze and smushed and smashed. And she was trying to make me wait. And I was like, nope. Y'all better do everything while I got the energy. Yep. You said I think it would be better. That's what my doctor said too. Okay, so I'm taking it a little bit at a time. I am traumatized once a month, every month for the last 30 plus years. I don't need no new nothing. The only reason I went to the hospital 2 months ago is because I fainted in my house. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I think I need a little help here. Then I fainted at the hospital. So I needed 2 blood transfusions. Got that. Went back on meat. Got my iron back up. We're doing good. We're stable. Okay, now I can take on one more thing. Nothing new. We're going to handle what we still got to go to the dentist and get some fillings. Like, I can't do a whole lot. I'm going to just take a nap, call it a day. You know, I shut down. I really do. I don't do, like, emergencies well. So y'all pray for me. Yeah. Y'all pray. But I do notice the more that I share about anemia, the more that a lot of black women are telling me, I got that too. I had a hysterectomy too. Here's what I did too. Y'all have shared some great medicines. I am now taking something called SSS tonic that tastes like the back of somebody's throat, but it gives me energy. I have rated my local health food store for every vitamin item they have, hundreds of dollars spent. And this one is the best one thanks to TikTok. So, yes, girl. I'm telling y'all the truth. This is real. So when they telling us in these grant applications to describe the passion behind helping black women, you cannot describe conversations like this. Yeah, you know, we be on there talking about getting scraped out, and you can't describe this in an application and still get a check for that, you know? So look it up. It's on Amazon. Just put in SSS tonic. I don't know how to share a photo. I don't think I'm that advanced. But when somebody gave me the name, I wrote it down. I looked it up on Amazon. It took like 3 weeks to get to me. Then I went to my local health food store, which is within walking distance of my house, thankfully. And they have the bigger bottle. And it's only like $20. Unless he just charged me that because I'm cute. But I got 3 bottles of it. No, 2 bottles of it now. I'm about to go get another. That's what I'm about to do. So I got a big bottle, a little bottle that took 3 weeks from Amazon. So get to ordering if you go that route. Or just look for, you know, like in the hood, what we got, like the African soap and the, you know, I can't say too much because you don't know who on here. I don't want to be giving our secrets away. But, you know, health food store in the hood. Go get you a bottle. And they got this, what they call it? Nano something. It's this stuff that tastes like water. That's supposed to be good too. So I was taking 3 different types of iron every day. And then when I tried SS tonic by itself, it helped, and that's what I've been sticking with. So I got a lot of supplements. I take at least 20 plus a day with this iron. So yeah, hope that helps. Y'all be sharing some good stuff. I'll be like, what else y'all know? These tinctures and stuff. I think I know what you talking. I had never heard of it. It looked like something my grandma would have had laying around. My grandma had 28 grandkids, and so she like would say, somebody go give me that bottle of castor oil out the refrigerator, and all the grandkids had to line up, everybody getting a teaspoon. Like, that's what it looked like, and I'm sure that's what it tastes like. But I'm gonna keep the bottle around like grandma did, because she knew something. Didn't nobody get sick. Everybody was regular. You know. So it's time to start implementing that stuff we grew up on. That's what this bottle looked like. So yeah, I did find the smaller one on Amazon, etc. Unicity is what I've been taking, and it's wonderful. Unicity. Okay, let me screenshot that. Thank you, babes. Somebody also told me about evening primrose oil. I've been taking that for months. Blessing. The lady that told me about it don't even come on the lives no more. I don't know where she disappeared to. She was an angel. She said everybody, all the women in her house take it. Her daughters, etc. Cycles have never been the same, girl, in a good way. And I also bought some tea off of the TikTok shop where this lady walks through all the tinctures in her teas. And it's $20 for a little pack of that. And I keep that on hand. Girl, y'all got me right here on TikTok. So share your secrets. Don't be holding stuff. See, that's what's wrong with this generation. Where the grandmamas at who be knowing it? Y'all knew. So I'm heavy into natural medicines, Chinese medicines, etc. You said blessings. What's blessings? You mean the name of the tea? What's blessings? Tell me what you're talking about. What's the name of the tea? It is called. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me go to the kitchen. Since we sharing secrets, I got a secret. Yay! Because I'm usually the one taking notes because I don't know much. I'm so young and innocent. I don't know. Oh, I threw the pack away. Oh, I threw it away. It's in a jar. I decanted it. Okay. Let me see how else I can find. It's something apothecary here on TikTok. Let me look on my other little tablet and look at my TikTok shop purchase and get the name. I thought I kept the pack. I wanted it to be pretty, so I put it in a jar, as we do. This generation. Hold on. But her videos pop up all the time. Hold on 1 second. I'll be on TikTok on multiple things. Let me find my TikTok shop. Oh, they want me to add stuff. I'm trying to find what I bought. How you find what you bought? Nope, that ain't it. Oh, your orders. Okay. Oh, there it is. Let's see. What's the name of this? Okay, she's called Avery Apothecary on TikTok. So look her up. Avery Apothecary. And her tea is called Goddess Tea Blend. And she makes it specifically for people with like problems with their hormones and cycles and haven't had a cycle. And immediately when I drank the tea, my cycle started. She has like raspberry leaf and all that good stuff. And I love stuff like that because it's natural. I like Chinese medicine and all that too. But yeah, her tea is my fave. And then it's a raspberry leaf tea that I used to get off of Amazon. But her tea replaced it for me. You are welcome, girl. I'm trying to see if she lists out all her videos are very educational. So look her up. Get the Goddess Tea. It's like $20 for like a little bag of it. Not a tea bag, but like a little packet. And it lasts a while if you don't over make it like I do. But I make it, way in advance for when I need it. Because by the time you feel that first cramp, that thing need to be sitting in the refrigerator already ready for a cup. That's how I look at it. Thought you said something you take is named Blessing. Blessing. It's been a blessing, but it's called Primrose. Evening Primrose. It's like a capsule with oil inside. It's called Evening Primrose Oil. You can find that on Amazon, and that's good for cycles, menstruation periods. I don't know what y'all call it. I say cycle, but that's been good. She said, dang, you can keep the cycle stuff. It's hormonal stuff too. Because I was talking to a nurse when I was in the hospital. And she said that her and her husband were discussing a hysterectomy too. We were talking about fibroids. And she said, even with a hysterectomy, it's not guaranteed that all your problems will go away. So the tea and the menstrual stuff can still help with hormonal stuff that's still going to be there. Because hysterectomy don't get rid of everything that come with the cycle. At least that's how she explained it to me as she was looking up there with stuff and talking to, conversation. So if it helps with like mood swings and attitudes and wanting to kill people, slap people, Give me some tea, child. Give me some oil. Give me all the menstrual stuff you can give me. Right. Right. See? So yeah, I just want to stay in the healthy, natural, non-prescription stuff that's gonna give you a second head as a side effect. But you ain't mad at nobody no more though. So that's how I look at it. Y'all are crazy. All right, y'all. That's all I got. I promise if I get more secrets, I will share them. But that's what's working for me lately. So stay tuned. You never know. I might discover a new form of water or something between now and the next time I see y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out and engaging in conversation. I appreciate you. Love says, that's true. I had to change my diet and got better due to my overproducing estrogen. See, and I don't want to deal with none of that. I don't need no more hair. I just plucked I get twin hairs on my chin. I don't need no more hair. I don't need nothing. I'm good. That's what I told God. Like, listen, I'm thankful for exactly where I'm at. Not that I don't want to grow, but I sure don't want to go through nothing else. I've learned my lesson, Jesus. It is hard being a woman. So, I wish we could share the burden. I really do. But yeah, we got each other though. That's what I am thankful for. There's always someone who has been through something that you either getting ready to go through or you just came out of. And the beauty of being a black woman is like, girl, have you heard of this? Did you know this? Yeah, child, let me tell you. We gonna talk. We gonna exchange war stories, right? Thank y'all again. Okay, I'm really fit to go for real, for real. This has been fun. Y'all have a great day. Turn your notifications on. We gonna definitely hang out. We ain't finna sit here and talk about chin hairs. Bye, y'all. Have a great night. I'll see y'all soon. Future grant winners.